This wall is called as the cyst. Very, very important. This is a thick covering around the plasmodium. So this question comes for 1 mark. Name the covering, name the outermost covering of the plasmodium. So this is called as cyst, C-Y-S-T. So cyst is the outermost covering of the plasmodium. Now once they will do the same process. They will divide this nucleus and they form so many nucleus like this inside, so many parasites actually inside, so many plasmodium they will be forming like this inside themselves. Okay, so these are what they are, basically the parasites. So one plasmodium will be forming so many parasites inside. Now they will be living happily, and once the favorable condition comes, what do? The outermost covering, which is called as cyst, it will get break like this. And whatever the parasites are there inside, they will come out of it. And once they come out of it, now again what happened? They will be growing individually. So that is how, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So more than 2 individuals are formed at a time. That is why this process is called as the multiple fission. Am I clear, children?
Ma'am, red drawing, ma'am.
Wait, I'll give you
Ma'am,
time, Arif.
can you
I'll
explain it again?
So this is basically what? This is the plasmodium. I'll write the spelling. Plasmodium is the example of the multiple fission. So what happened? This plasmodium, inside they will have the parasite. This parasite, they will divide inside only, okay? So they do not come out. They divide inside into so many parasites, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many at a time they will divide and they will form. But what happened? Automatically, they will be getting the favorable condition. So when they get the uh, favorable temperature, this outermost covering, they have a outermost covering. This is called as cyst, C-Y-S-T. Okay. So when they get the proper temperature and all, they will break this outer cover. And when they break this outer cover, what happened? Whatever the parasites are there, whatever the plasmodiums are there, they come out. And once they come out, they start growing individually. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now again, if I like, so we have got so many plasmodium now, for example, so many we have got. Now what happened? Each and every plasmodium, individually, they will grow into like this round structure. So like this, individually, they will take food and they will grow, and same process will start now. This individual, now again, they will form so many parasites inside them. And when conditions become favorable, they will break down and all the plasmodium, all the parasites will come out. So that is how they will be working. So coming to the writing part of it, the heading is multiple fission. So the first point, some unicellular organism divide into many daughter cells. Into many daughter cells simultaneously by multiple fission. So altogether, what do? They will be dividing and they will be forming so many daughter cells at a time. So why it happens? It happens because spontaneously the nucleus divides several times into many daughter nuclei. So in the case of the amoeba, what was happening? One nucleus was divided into two. But in this case, the same nucleus is dividing again. And because of that reason, so many daughter nuclei will be formed. And here, which process will not happen? The cytokinesis. What is cytokinesis, children?
Division of cytoplasm.
Correct. So now what happened? See, in the picture, you can see clearly the nucleus is dividing continuously. But can you see the cytoplasm has divided? Yes, children. The cytoplasm is dividing here or no?
No, ma'am.
No. Right? So only the nucleus division is happening in them, but not the cytoplasm. If the cytoplasm have divided, then what happened? Then there is no use of having the cyst, right? So individually they could have grown then and there. So the nucleus divides several times into many daughter nuclei without involving cytokinesis. Completed writing this part?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
1 minute, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, so like inside the cyst, there is only nucleus. Like, what about the rest of the area? What is it feeling?
Cytoplasm.
What happens to the cytoplasm once all of these release?
The cytoplasm will move out. A little of cytoplasm will be covered around every nucleus. So now this nucleus has come out, right? All the nucleus. So a small amount of nucleus will be this cytoplasm will be covering them. And when it gets breakdown, the whole cytoplasm come out.
So like it just comes out. It's not
Correct. So there is no important role in them for the cytoplasm.
okay. Got it.
So the nucleus will
ma'am,
divide.
thank
Okay.
I'm writing, ma'am.
Okay. So nucleus will divide so many times and they form so many daughter nuclei without involving the division of cytoplasm. And at
Completed,
last,
ma'am.
okay. And at last, what happened? Each daughter nuclei. So cytoplasm does not divide it. So what happened? Each daughter nuclei breaks away together with a small portion of the cytoplasm. So as I have mentioned, Pranaya, so what happened? The nucleus will be covering a little amount of cytoplasm. So when they breaks down, what happened? A little amount of cytoplasm will be covering the nucleus and remaining cytoplasm will be gone, wash away.
Okay, ma'am.
So each daughter nuclei breaks away together with a small portion of the cytoplasm. And why it happens? Very, very important. This is right. The reason it happens due to rupture or breaking down of protective wall called as cyst. So when the cyst will break or when the cyst will rupture, what happen? Automatically the nucleus with a little amount of a cytoplasm will come out of it.
What is the side heading of this?
What is a?
Side heading, ma'am. You did not write that.
No side heading, only multiple fission.
Okay.
And when it happens when the conditions are not so favorable. So here conditions means it can be the temperature, it can be the nutrients, it can be the water. So any kind of conditions are involved in this. So when conditions are not favorable, they will be dividing into, or they will be breaking down the cyst. Done, children, with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So any doubt, children?
Ma'am, once can you show the last point?
Yeah, I'm showing it. So Abhigya, Abhinav, Ayonija, Moksha, Siddharth, Purya, Dhriti, both Dhritis, Meher, Shayan, Siddhi, Sudhamshu, Sumukh, any doubt?
No doubt, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So keep in mind in this process, what happens, cytokinesis will not be there, but yes, the karyokinesis is there. The nucleus will be dividing continuously without cytokinesis. And once the nucleus divided, they will be breaking away with the small portions of the cytoplasm. And why do they break? Because of the protective wall. So because the wall of the cyst breaks down, and because of that reason, the whole nucleus will be coming out and they form the daughter, so many daughter cells.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Complete.
Okay. So after this now, there is a next point, which is very, very important topic actually. The difference between binary fission and multiple fission. Difference between binary fission and multiple fission. Dhriti, Reddy, can you tell me any one difference between both?
Irregular. No, ma'am, no.
Any other difference?
In binary vision, there are only two daughters. In multiple vision, there are a lot.
Correct. So in the binary fission, two daughter cells will be formed. Okay. So in this process of asexual reproduction, the parent cell undergoes division to form only two daughter cells. So continuously they will not be dividing. They will just form the two daughter cells. Whereas in the multiple fission, in this process of asexual reproduction, the parent cell undergoes division to form many new organisms at the same time. So they form many new organisms at the same time. So this is a basic difference between the both. So let me complete this, children, then you can write it. We'll go to the second point now. In the second point, the binary fission, it occurs during the favorable environmental condition. So it occurs during favorable environmental conditions.
Ma'am, isn't this for multiple vision?
No, it in the multiple fission, it will be happening in the unfavorable condition. See here, it happens in the unfavorable conditions.
Okay.
So here it occurs during unfavorable conditions. Then the last one, or the last second one, third point, division of the parent cell, division of the parent cell takes place only once. So only once the parent cell will be dividing. Whereas in the multiple fission, continuously they will be dividing or repeatedly they will be dividing. So division of the parent cell takes place repeatedly. So continuously they will be dividing. And the last one are the example. So examples here are amoeba, then paramecium, whereas the example here are plasmodium and the algae.
Ma'am, we can also write that cytokinesis takes place in cytokinesis.
Correct. Definitely you can write it. So here the karyokinesis and the cytokinesis both takes place, whereas in the multiple fission only the uh, karyokinesis takes place but not the cytokinesis. That can also be written there. So these differences are important, children. These differences does not come directly, but yes, indirectly they will be asking you in the case-based questions so as to make you confused. Now see, favorable unfavorable conditions they will give you and they'll make you confused, so they can ask you so whether algae they will get the favorable conditions or not. So it is unfavorable conditions they will multiply. Then they can ask an amoeba when they multiply during the favorable or unfavorable. So like this to make the confusion, or cytokinesis, karyokinesis they can ask on, or they can ask in which type of the fission they divide continuously. So anyways, this question can be asked. So that is the reason we are done with it.
Ma'am, binary fission, it takes place like as soon as the cytokinesis happens, then it divides into two. It's like continuous, right?
Yeah.
So then, shouldn't binary fission be like for it every condition is favorable?
No. See, I think Pranaya, right? So Pranaya, what happened? See, we humans also, when we are eating something, we will be eating continuously. But at a certain time, after some time, what we feel like everything is full, right? Same way with amoeba also. Once they have divided, they will be waiting, right? They have to now get back the energy. They will have to wait for the water. They will have to wait for the nutrients. And once they get those nutrients, they will be coming in the form, they will be coming to a particular size, and then again they start dividing. Understood? So immediately they don't do, actually the steps occurs immediately one after the other, but yes, after the formation of the daughter cells they will not divide immediately.
Okay, so there's like time gap between two.
Yes, time gap is there, but I don't say it will be like so many hours. They will be waiting just for a minute, because for them they do not require much of food.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you just explain multiple fission, like in a brief again?
Okay, so
Just
multiple
just
fish. So multiple fission is a process where the nucleus will be dividing continuously. Now, when one nucleus was there, it divides continuously. So what happened? There will be like so many nucleus formed inside the plasmodium. So you can see in this picture. So inside the plasmodium, so many nucleus are formed. Nucleus parasites have formed. Now, outermost layer, outermost covering is present in them, which is called a cyst. So when the conditions are not favorable, what happens? This outermost covering, which is called a cyst, it gets break down. So this is the cyst. They have broken down, and what happened? All the nucleus have come out. And once they come out, they will be forming what? They will be forming the daughter cells. And each daughter cells will form the new individuals. They will behave as a new individuals. Okay, Binav?
got it, ma'am.
Can you show the examples of multifission?
Yes.
Multiplication. Ma'am, should we draw the diagrams which you have?
Yes, definitely. Or I should maybe I'll complete this diagram and then you can draw it. So this diagram you can draw it. So here in the center you can write nucleus, then surrounding it will be the cytoplasm. You can write here cytoplasm. Then thick covering, you can write also here protective covering, thick protective covering, thick protective covering. Then this diagram you can now make it. And at last you can write here daughter cell released. Since I don't have the place, I have written it on the left hand side, but you should write on the right hand side here.
Ma'am, can you show the differences again? I wasn't done writing.
Yeah. So these are the differences.
The second part. The next part, ma'am.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So any doubt, children, in this topic now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Any one of you, any doubt? Binary fission, multiple fission, both are very important. Most of the year they ask this question repeatedly, like same question they ask. So if you have any doubt, you can just clarify it. So now in the next class, and why all the videos are off. So any doubt, children? Pranaya, Sumuk, Abhinav, Vayonija, Moksha, Dhriti, Sudhamshu?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
Aryan, Shubhansh,
No, ma'am.
No,
Pooja,
ma'am.
any doubt?
No, no.
Okay. So children, today I'll be ending the class soon. I have some work to do actually. I have to go somewhere. So the maths class will be there at the same time, whatever the timing is. And next class, I'll be starting with the next type of the asexual reproduction method, which is the budding. Okay. So we are remaining with budding, spore formation, regeneration, vegetative propagation. So all those we will be discussing one by one in the upcoming classes. All right. And the notes of this, I'll be sharing you on the WhatsApp as well as on the WiseApp. And I hope all the notes you are able to access on the WiseApp, correct? So whatever we are doing it in the class, I am uploading them on the WiseApp. So make sure that you go through them, okay? And don't keep the things till the last. Just revise them then and there. Then only it will get stored here in the brain. Otherwise, what happens when you keep it for the last? One thing will be here, the other thing will be here, the other will be here, rotating, revolving everywhere, and then poche, right? Correct? Poche means? Like, I think I have learned from somewhere Tamil, I think from Tamil Nadu only. Poche means gone. So it will become confusing for you in a very simple language. So don't do that, okay? Then and there, just do it. Just learn it. Because see, every day we're learning a very small portion of it, right? And when you complete it then and there, it will be small only at last. Otherwise, it will be very huge. So don't do that. Okay. So we'll meet you in the next class, which is on Thursday. And then we will be going with the next topic. All right, children?
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, kids. Thank you.